Good morning, everybody. We had a huge storm come in Saturday night, and my food pillar that I had right there got soaking wet and it fell over. Luckily it happened in the middle of the night, so none of the chickens got hurt. But I think water tends to flood right here on heavy storms, and I think the ground just got too soggy wet and then it just toppled over. Also, it was super windy. Super windy. So that's kind of what's left of the cage. It totally got destroyed. I'm talking absolutely destroyed. Chickens have gone through the whole area, so I'm just gonna rake it back up. Maybe just turn it into compost. I'm gonna let them into the food pantry this morning so they get their morning grass. Oops, sorry, I'll get out of your way. Sorry. They love going in there in the morning. Especially the geese. The geese need it. I harvested my store-bought garlic that I grew from last fall. A couple weeks ago I harvested it and I put it on my rack. But because of all this moisture we've been having for the last couple of days, they have started to get a little moldy. So I need to find the right angle. There it is. So that's my little garlic rack. I had a very small harvest. I did a little experiment to see if you could if you could grow garlic from Walmart. If you bought garlic from Walmart, will it grow? And that's my little harvest. Well, the answer is yes. It will grow, and just regular garlic from the cheap old garlic from Walmart. I'll just show you what's been happening. So I peeled that away this morning just to just see what it looks like. So and it looks fine, but this is what they're starting to look like, and I don't want that. I don't want all that black mold stuff. I've got to bring them inside. That means I got to cut the tops off, and hopefully they will stop molding. This fall I'm definitely gonna go shoot a lot bigger and plant as many as I can. Yeah, let me get this done and we'll get to the onions. When I harvested the garlic, I think I made the mistake of washing the dirt off. Probably what was the start of the molding process. Don't wash your garlic after you harvest. Just let it dry with the dirt on. A couple of the viewers have let me know that was my mistake, so I'm just passing on the information, and it makes complete sense. This one's got a super stiff neck, so I think these two are my hard neck varieties. I'm gonna do my best to preserve these and see if I could plant these, because this is the variety I want. They're tougher varieties, the hard necks. So these are still pretty moist underneath some as you peel away the layers. I'm gonna take it inside, set up a table underneath a fan, and hopefully it dries out. Alright, so I just got a handful of loose garlic and a bag full of nice peeled and clean garlic now. So I'm just gonna go take that inside, lay it out on the table, get a fan on it, and hopefully help it dry out and stop the black molding from rotting my garlic. Hope it works out. Because I just can't keep it out here anymore. There's so much moisture in the air, and the fact that we're gonna get rain for the next maybe 10 days, it's not gonna help. And so yeah, I'm bring it inside and dry it off inside. All right, I'm back. Wearing my little rice hat to keep the sun out of my eyes, help me with migraines. I'm getting rid of my 2 questionable goose eggs that I've had for a couple weeks, sitting on my counter. Not a big fan of goose eggs, I found out. They're great to bake with, but just like to eat like a regular egg, they're terrible. Ugh. So those are my 2 Kuni pigs. This one's Sam, that one's Penrod. I got my pigs from KC Farms. another YouTuber. I'll link the video where I went down and got the pigs from him. I try to give my pigs 3 or 4 eggs a week, not too much. It helps with the certain minerals they need. Selenium, I think that's what important mineral pigs need, and eggs are part of that diet that helps them obtain that mineral. So like I said, 3 or 4 eggs a week. It helps me keep my egg count low on my counter, because I've got like, you know, I get like 20 some eggs a day, so that helps me with getting rid of the egg count. The sun has really come out. This hat's kind of helping a little bit. All right, I'm still debating about my onions. Maybe I'm just gonna harvest the ones that are flopped over. It's been 2 months since I planted them. Maybe I should just pull a few and see what happens. So I want to let all the new viewers know that this is my 2nd time ever growing onions. Last year was a total failure. So last year I planted like 30 onion sets, and I lost most of them. They just rotted away in the ground, and then when I pulled the ones that were still alive, they weren't any bigger than what I planted. Kind of like this one right there. It's not bigger than what I planted, so I don't know what happens. So onions are heavy feeders of nitrogen, and I thought I did that this year. I put a lot of rabbit poop on it and mixed it in. I was hoping that was going to be it. Maybe it just need something more than just rabbit poop. There's a channel I watch, Amanda Moo's Gardening Adventures and Other Stuff. It's a long title, but it's Amanda Moo's Gardening Adventure and Other Stuff. And she harvests her onions, and I'm talking about these onions were like softball size. And she said she gives them comfrey tea, liquid fertilizer, once a week. So that lets me know that I did not fertilize my onions enough to get a good size onion. So I thought putting rabbit poop on this a couple times would be enough nitrogen for them to feed off of, but I guess it wasn't. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna pull a few and see. Let's see what happens. I clipped a few of these at the very beginning, because they say if you clip the stems at the beginning, you'll get a larger onion. And this is one of the ones that I clipped, and it's flopping onto the ground. So I'm gonna pull that one and see what it looks like. Wah wah wah. So I guess clipping doesn't really help. Well, at least it's bigger than that one. Still onion. Yeah, it's getting really soft on the outside, so I'm gonna harvest. It's getting there, right? It's getting there. Should I just leave them in? The stems are starting to rot, so I should probably pull them. Now, what the heck is that? That's a green onion. I must have planted a green onion in here. Put it back. Let me pull this one. There's a double one. That one split. Became 2. That's just a stem. I have no idea what that's about. This one shrunk into a stem. I buried my onions like 2 inches into the ground. Apparently not. You're not really supposed to. I see everyone else's onion growing pretty much right on top of the soil. So next year I'm just gonna poke them into the ground and let it grow like that. Yeah, so far this is probably about the biggest onions I'm gonna get, which technically compared to last year, this is a huge win. That's a little disappointing, but I'm gonna stop for right now. I hope they don't end up rotting away. I'm just gonna leave them in the ground, see what happens. Hopefully they get a little bit bigger. I am making liquid fertilizer right now, so I'm thinking maybe I should see if that would help if I pour some in and give it another 2 weeks of growth, see what happens, if I get any kind of growth out of them. But like I said, I just hope I'm not making a mistake and not harvesting right now. And yeah, so yeah, that's kind of it. It's a little disappointing, but like I said, compared to last year, this is a huge improvement. Maybe put it on my garlic rack and let it dry out up there a little bit for a week or two, and just keep a good eye on it so it doesn't get moldy like my garlic, and bring it in when it's nice and dry. I'm not washing them this time. And then maybe another week we'll harvest the rest of them. But let's go dump some of that fertilizer, liquid fertilizer I've been making. That stuff absolutely stinks so bad. Oh. Nice step on me. All right, well, I think I'm gonna call it quits because it absolutely stinks right here. Whew. All right, my name is Sang. This is Growing Little Country Homestead. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.